Hey Hype Squad, it's Mel. Have an idea for an upcoming show topic? Want to ask a question or comment on something crazy my mom or Aunt Jenny have said? Or do you just want to learn more about upcoming events? Visit us at hypegirl.us.
This episode is powered by Hype Girl. You can find them at hypegirl.us. Hype Girl is an amazing company that helps women all over the country locate other women just like them by community events and also finding ways to express your passions out in the world and be more of who you are because the world needs your magic.
Welcome to the Do It Ugly podcast. Here are your hosts, Stacy Lyon and Jenny King.
How long have we been podcasting now? Like officially?
I think we started like 3 years ago and then we took a year gap in between. And then we started again. And then in March, we took another couple months off. So we're start. We have a problem with commitment.
We do, but that's okay. But it's called, what's the name for that when you... Not inconsistency. I know that. Lack of discipline, not that. But there's an actual word when you take like a break. What's a hiatus?
A hiatus.
We were on a forced temporary hiatus. But no, I'm asking because I'm looking at our stats today. And look, even if there's only a few that listen, you and I both always agree that if there's only one person that's positively impacted, that's a major win.
It is.
So what I find really cool is that 400 per our podcast stat monitor.
Yes.
Over the time since we started actually uploading episodes for people to hear, we've had 478 downloads. And I know you said there's another platform.
Yes, I believe that does not include the Apple listeners.
And how many are over there?
I have to look it up, but it's several hundred.
Okay, so let's just say we're somewhere around 700 downloads.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean, that's pretty spectacular. Thank you, besties.
Thank you. That's friggin' incredible. Also, incredible / scary. We're in 5 countries. We just had somebody download us from India this week.
Well, let me look one more time because I'm going to mispronounce it. I'm very sorry.
And out of all the episodes she chose, If I Had a Thigh Gap.
If you're listening in Uttar Pradesh, I'm very sorry if we've mispronounced your country, but we thank you for your listening.
Thank you.
Yeah. So pretty wild. And, you know, I don't ever want to be one of those people. Like, I'll never be an influencer. It's just not a thing. I'm too awkward of a human to be an influencer. It would just get weird for everybody. But there is some kind of responsibility now to know that we're impacting potentially this many households.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say right now. I feel like I should just shut up. Like 700 people, I feel like I need to apologize to.
Well, look, I feel like God knows us and knows our hearts enough that if we weren't supposed to be here doing this, if it wasn't meant to impact at least 1 or 2 peeps, 2 besties, that he would have made this equipment break long ago so that we couldn't record. Don't you think?
Yes, like 2 Fridays ago when we didn't record because he was like, nobody needs to hear them fired up like that.
But we came back anyway. Oh gosh, was that it? Was that our sign?
Here's your sign.
Oh,
was it
Lord.
Jeff Foxworthy that used to say that?
I miss him. He was good, clean comedy.
There you go.
There's some really good comics who are in his place now that I really like.
Such as?
Well, one is Nate Bargatze. Is that his name?
Yes, he was just in Charleston this weekend. Yeah.
I have a sister, and she is 10 years younger than me, and apparently was raised by her best friends. She has no fear of them. I mean, I'm scared my dad's going to show up tonight.
Yeah, I think he's super funny. He's always clean, no language. The other one is the woman. What's her name? She's got long blonde hair.
Leanne Morgan?
Yes, I love her. She's so funny.
Look at this young boy here. You angel, look at how beautiful you are. How old are you? 29. Did you know where you were coming? You did. Well, you angel, you know I could have birthed you.
I like her too.
She's adorable.
She's funny.
And no language, no cursing, never any like crassness. So
I'm here for the clean comedy.
I am. I used to like the really rough stuff in my youth, but now I'm like, okay, I got it. I know I drop an F-bomb every now and again, but I don't want to hear it every other word. Come on, bro. Does that mean I'm old?
Bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh.
Isn't it bruh in your household yet?
It was a few years ago. We're past that. We're on the other side now.
Oh, no, I'm bruh and bro in my house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every other word.
That did not last very long because I put my foot down and I was like, no, I'm not going to have that.
I'm praying it doesn't last long. I keep trying, but it keeps slipping in.
There was also a brief moment in time where they tried to call me Stacy
instead
of mom.
Mm-mm.
But now they're back to mom or mommy still. Ben still calls me mommy, but I think that's because he wants stuff.
Oh, that's 100%.
And he's like, mommy, I'm hungry.
100%. The mommy only like prefaces, hey, I got a question.
I need something.
I need something. I want something.
Yes. So, Diet Coke is back in the studio with you today. What's going on? And that was like a really short week on the iced tea.
Okay, again, commitment, right? Commitment problems, baby steps. But I will say I've been eating very healthy. I've been making really good swaps. So like in the morning, instead of going to McDonald's, I've been going to Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure.
And get it. Hey, hold on. Stick with me. Stay with me. I have been eating the egg white grill, which is the healthy breakfast option with the grilled chicken, the egg white fold instead of regular egg, the light cheese, and then I add mustard.
Is it a tortilla or a muffin? Like, what's
it's
the vehicle?
English muffin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's better than a burrito from McDonald's or a fried chicken biscuit from Chick-fil-A.
Can we just talk for a minute about the snack wrap coming back to McDonald's and how excited I am for the ranch style?
I never liked the
love
snack wrap. I always felt like it was so disappointing because the tortilla was always cold and they never had enough sauce on it. It was not a win for me. But
Really?
you love it.
I love it.
Okay.
It's a perfect little, my day's been crazy. I didn't get to eat lunch. I'm starving, but dinner's in a few hours and I don't want to ruin my appetite for dinner. So let me just have a little snacky wrap.
It would be nice if they would bring back the grilled chicken. They had grilled chicken like one time at McDonald's, didn't they?
I'm not sure. I don't think
so.
I ever ate the grilled chicken at McDonald's.
Because it's probably not real chicken. We won't go back down that rabbit hole. Well, could they at least get a low carb tortilla?
I don't know. Anyway, we're back talking about Diet Coke and drive-through windows. I'm so disappointed in us.
Thank you, drive-through.
We knew we were going to get back here, but it's okay. We're still making progress. And progress is
Anybody
progress.
honk or text you after last week when you told them if you see me at the drive-through, call me out?
No.
You didn't get any help from the ladies?
Well, because I didn't see anybody I knew in the drive-through.
Okay, you were stealthy.
Oh, and in all fairness, I wasn't in the drive-through that much last week. I cooked at home quite a bit last week.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. We bought groceries in preparation for Mr. King being home with his surgery this week.
So are you cooking this week as well? Yeah. Or was that done?
No. We cooked this week too.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
There's been no cooking in my house this week.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's been crazy. Mr. Lyon's traveling for work again, and Mel started band camp.
And this one time at band camp?
In the school district's infinite wisdom, they decided that if the kids have to be there at 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., that's way better than 8 to 5 because they'll be outside when it's not quite as hot. Not sure that they hit the nail on the head with that one because they've just tortured teenagers and parents, making us get up before the crack of dawn to have them there.
They're still there in the middle of the day, which is the hottest part of the day.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So they said, oh, we'll have you outside in the morning and then you'll come inside for the afternoon. Well, the school doesn't have any air conditioning, so it's actually hotter inside the building than it is outside.
Okay.
But anyway, bravo, school board. Bravo.
There we go. Well, I have a great topic for us today, I think.
What are we talking about?
I think. So we've been trying to not talk so much about our Netflixing because we want to make sure we're giving you ladies a lot of really interesting topics to hear and be a part of. But recently, we both binge watched very quickly this new show on Netflix called Hunting Wives.
Yes. Did you watch all 8 episodes?
I did.
Me too.
Yeah. Consumed it. But here's the topic. The topic is, in the show, if you haven't seen it, it's not for everyone. I'll tell you that.
It's spicy.
It's not only spicy, but there's murder, there's family drama, there's divorce, there's cheating, there's suicide. Like, it covers a good array of big, heavy topics.
Yes.
But what's really interesting is at the center of all this stuff is this group of women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you'd call them friends. I don't really know what you call them.
I think they think they're friends.
But my question is, and our topic for today, what does it mean to really be a girl's girl? Because there are quite a few things that those ladies did for each other, covering, spending a lot of close time together. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff complimenting each other. Not sure if all those compliments were real, but what makes someone a real girl's girl in your mind?
That's a really good question. Before I watched the show, I think I would have had a different answer. Like, at some point, being a girl's girl and like literally burying and hiding the bodies is totally different than, in theory, would you? Yes. But in practice, would you? No.
Okay.
Would you?
What, bury the body?
Yeah.
First of all, that's a circumstance by circumstance kind of question, because in general, as a Christian girl. Of course, I don't believe in murder. I don't want to be complicit in anyone's death. However, there are certain people in our lives that are just off limit. And like, our kids, our spouses, each other, certain family members. Like there's just people that are off limits. And so if they're threatened and, something were to happen, I mean, I don't know what I would do. I've never been in that position, thank God. But I mean,
thank God this is all speculative.
Totally hypothetical, of course. So I don't know what I would do. But from a girl's perspective, there's also something else that got me thinking. So I was listening to another podcast. So this woman was talking about how she goes to the bathroom. She's out at like a restaurant. I don't think it was a club. It was like a restaurant. But she goes into the bathroom. And when she walks in, there's 3 or 4 girls that are there. And they're all primping and kind of looking at each other and just giving off that real like mean girl snotty vibe, right? That even sometimes as an adult can be a little jarring. In walks this other little girl who says, oh, hey girls, how are you? And she tries to talk to them and they kind of snub her. And then she goes into the stall. And while in the stall, she was trying so hard to like control her body, but her body was just betraying her. She was gassy, like really loud, having to do, a number 2, that kind of thing. And so audibly, the grown woman could hear the other snotty girls just being like, ew, who does that in public? It's so gross. That stinks. Who does that? So the young girl went out first and the grown woman sat there for just a minute more. And then she started moaning and she flushed the toilet quite a few times so that they would think it was her. And then when she walked out, she was like, ooh, oh my God, that was crazy. Oh my God, I can't believe that happened to me. Trying to take it so they would think it was her instead of the young girl. And then she was out there and she was complimenting the girl on her outfit and telling her that, oh my God, that was a cool top. My daughter wanted that top. Like, man, you are so cool. And she was like, the energy immediately shifted. Like the mean girls suddenly looked at this girl like they hadn't ever seen her before. Like they were really seeing her for the first time. So I just thought that was really interesting. And then I just happened to be watching this Hunting Wives show, just really thinking a lot about women's energies and how we connect and how we do things for each other, how we show up for each other, and then sometimes how we don't show up for each other. And it just got me thinking about this question: what is a girl's girl?
That didn't happen on this show. Like, you're really like tripping me out. I'm going in my mind.
No,
I'm
that's
like,
not.
Wait, that wasn't a scene in this show.
Oh, no, that wasn't on
existed.
Hunting Wives. It was on a podcast.
Oh, thank you.
It was a separate incident.
Okay,
but
thank
I
you.
had listened to it and then I was watching and my brain was just swirling, thinking about what really constitute a girl's girl. For me, a girl's girl is somebody who has your back, will stand up for you when you're in rooms that you're not in, but will also do things like that. Like I thought taking the hit for having a bathroom meltdown when your body's betraying you was brilliant. And what a beautiful thing to do. She didn't have to do that. Like that's a girl. She didn't even know this girl. And she stepped up for her.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes with age too. I mean, I'm at the point in my life right now where I just don't give a crap what anybody thinks or what they have to say. Like I feel like what someone thinks or says about me is none of my business. So I'm just going to be me. And if I can go out there and I can protect someone else in a room or a space, like you and I always have this rule, if we see someone sitting by themselves, we're going to go over and that's where we're going to sit.
Absolutely, for sure.
Even if we know lots of other people in the room, we're going to go and we're going to sit next to that one woman.
Yeah.
We're going to try to make her feel welcome and like a part of what's happening. And I think that goes in this situation as well, like lifting up the next generation, whether you have to take credit for a number 2 or not for someone else, but just also, just kind of using all of your wisdom, your experience to help someone else out, to lift them up for sure.
But I also think you can be a girl's girl on a smaller scale too. Like I saw another video where a girl, she had a tag sticking out of her dress and this beautiful woman who did not know her hugged her beautifully and then tucked the tag in and whispered in her ear like, hey babe, I got you, your tag's tucked in, and just little things like that. But I know there's a lot of women that don't do that kind of stuff. That's
so ingrained into who I am. Like that's just natural to me. I don't even think twice about it. It's just part of who I am. And you as well.
Same.
Because I know you operate the same way out in the world, is you're always going to be the one to straighten someone's crown and not tell anybody about it.
But what are girls things that you can do that have nothing to do with like lifting up and encouraging? I'm trying to think of what are some other things that make somebody a girl's girl.
Well, number 1, our rule, we don't gossip about people. If you're going to talk about someone, it's to praise them and to lift them up. That's to me being a girl's girl. You're always going to support other women.
I'm ChatGPTing.
You're ChatGPTing.
Yeah. What makes a girl's girl?
I think being honest with someone as well. And there's a difference in how you present information. So being honest doesn't mean cruel.
Okay.
You can be kind, but also be truthful and honest with someone. Like if someone asks me my opinion, I'm going to tell them really what I think, because lying to them is not going to help them in any way.
For sure.
Being kind, having manners, like sharing, like, just basic human decency, I think helps make you a girl's girl.
Okay.
Because not other women always treat other women that way.
Yeah.
Celebrating other women in public when someone is not in a room, you can talk about them in a way that's positive and uplifting.
For sure. So here's what ChatGPT has to say about a girl's girl. It says being a girl's girl means showing up for one another, women with loyalty, support, and genuine sisterhood. And we
Yeah.
don't see that often. I'll be honest. Real sisterhood is hard to come by. Everybody talks about wanting it,
Yeah.
but I don't see a lot of people actually doing it well. But it says it's not about being perfect or putting on a front. It's about having each other's backs, celebrating wins, and offering a safe space when things fall apart. Here's 6 things that make you a girl's girl. 1, you root for other women. You clap when they win. You brag on their friends. You believe there's room for everyone to rise. And there's no backhanded compliments. Ooh, there's nothing I dislike quite as much as a backhanded compliment. She's loyal. She doesn't gossip or flip sides or entertain shady behavior. She protects your name in rooms that you're not in.
Mhm.
Okay. Number 3, she's a safe space. You can vent without judgment, cry without shame, share your dreams without fear that they'll be laughed at or stolen. That is a big one right now. Because how many women just feel like there's no one to talk to because they think that that person is going to go share it with somebody else. And you can always tell that they will if they gossip to you about other people.
How many people take advantage of other people's good nature? Like I know for me, I've had people reach out to me and ask me for advice or what would you do if you were in XYZ, and I've told them, and then they've taken that and presented it as their own.
Oh, that's happened to me a million times. Number 4, she empowers. She doesn't compete. She knows that her shine doesn't dim yours. She shares advice, connections, and encouragement freely. Number 5, she checks you with love. This is a good one. A real one won't just hype you up. You already said this. They'll call you out gently when you're off track, growth over comfort. But that also means that you have to adjust your lens and become the person who's okay and willing to accept whatever that is, and then return the favor.
Well, I think part of that is just asking, like if someone asks you, I always say back, like, do you really want to know? Like, are you in the headspace to receive this feedback, or not now? You're not ready and you just really want support right now. Because when someone asks you for your opinion, they're not always wanting it.
They don't really want
Sometimes
it.
what they're really wanting is just support. So to me, I always do the like double check in, like, are you really sure this is what you need right now?
Yeah.
Even if it's delivered with kindness, not everybody is in a space where they want to receive feedback.
Well, we've also got to get to a place where even if we're not okay or ready to receive it, that we're like, give it to me. Because sometimes you just need to hear it. All right. Number 6, she sees your magic when you forget it. A girl's girl. On your worst days, she reminds you who you are. Says a girl's girl isn't perfect, but she's consistent, kind, and deeply invested in rising together. She's the woman who says, I've got you. I think the other thing that makes a girl a real girl's girl is if you call someone your friend, if you really endeavor to be their friend, it means that when something is not okay between you, that you don't run off and talk to somebody else about it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't break down and then decide that friendship is over. You figure out, how do we get back to that place where we talk about it and fix whatever it is? Because look, I mean, who's not a jerk at some point in their lives? Who doesn't say something bitchy or incorrect or out of line?
Absolutely. We're human. We have feelings. We have emotions. Everyone has a bad day and says something they wish they could take back. I mean, I love you like you were a sister to me, but that doesn't mean that we agree with each other 100%. But at the end of the day, we have the respect for one another to say like, hey, this really upset me or hurt my feelings. And then we work through it.
But women have a tendency to walk away.
They do.
They have a tendency to just get mad, get butthurt, and just walk away instead of addressing it with you directly, which is crazy to me because I watch movies, like when you see it in movies and they're talking to everybody but each other and it's like they're just ping ponging around. And then you're like, well, I know why. If you had just taken 2 seconds to talk to each other instead of everybody else, you guys would have found the solution. And now it's broken and other people are involved in your nonsense.
I think a lot of it has to do with control and power, where somebody wants you to agree with them. And if you don't, then they get upset. Because a lot of women surround themselves with yes people.
That's true.
And they don't have the type of relationships where they have honest feedback or communication with someone. They just want to surround themselves with a bunch of people that are, blowing the smoke and telling them you're amazing, you're perfect, you're whatever. They want the surface level. They don't want deep.
How do you feel when somebody does that? Like when somebody's like, oh my God, Stacey, you're so amazing. You're the best. I think you're so incredible. You're so smart. What do you do with that information internally?
Oh my God, it pisses me off. Like on the inside.
It does?
Oh my God, yeah.
Interesting.
Because I'm thinking like, oh my God, you're so fake.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I mean when they really mean it.
It depends on who it is, to be quite honest with you. Most of the time, I don't believe it. And I typically accept it by trying to flip it around on the other person and praising them. I don't accept praise very well. I'm way more comfortable giving it than receiving it.
I get that. I see that. I, at this point in my life, am okay accepting it because there are certain trials that I've been through to learn certain skills and become, certain versions of different parts of myself. So I'm okay accepting it, but I get very uncomfortable when people do it in front of other people.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me feel like such a weirdo. Like everybody's like, ooh, is she as good as they say she is? You know what I mean?
I think it's more like, hey, look at me. And I find that a lot of people, when I was saying the first time around that it pisses me off because I don't think it's genuine, I think they can get something by being connected to us, and that they do it as part of their show because they want other people to think that they're closer than they really are.
Well, I mean, that's just a thing in women. I think that's just a thing in women
but
groups
I think
or female groups.
They put their value on something else external, not themselves.
Oh, I think that happens all the time. And I think the discernment, the ability to discern that and learn that, but that's why you have to guard your circle with your life so that you're not, allowing people in that are going to disrupt. But thinking back to that show in The Hunting Wives, what was so interesting is that there's a main character at the core of this show. Her name's Margot, and she's a woman who's lived a lot of different iterations in her life to get to where she is. And when you see her, she looks like she's got it all together. She's beautiful. She's always doing that fake complimenting thing, but everything is so broken.
Oh my gosh.
In reality, like it's a hot mess, but everybody's doing the, oh my God, it's so good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept wondering, were there any real relationships, or could there have been, if that was a real friend group, like who would have been real friends? And I couldn't think of anyone. But yeah, I've recently discovered about myself that when somebody compliments me in front of a room of people, it makes me very uncomfortable because I don't like the way people look at you.
They used to always say like criticize in private, praise in public, but I kind of like both in private.
Oh, same. Yeah, I would much prefer both in private because then the context is there. If you do it in public, there's no context.
But also has less of a meaning to me because, again, it's about the other person. It's not about you.
I don't know. I had an incident yesterday, and it's happened quite a few times, where there's a broker that I do a lot of business with, and wonderful, wonderful people. Think the world of them. But this individual is constantly telling other people how smart I am and how I'm so good at all this and blah, blah, blah.
Totally true.
And I appreciate the compliment because I know it's said in earnest and every word is meant. And I've earned the right for them to say that because I've shown them through the value that I've added, that I do have those skills, that is a real part of who I am. But when it's said in front of people who don't know and who haven't seen the value established and who haven't walked the walk with me and been a part of some of the things that I'm able to do, it feels like a lot. You know what I mean? Like it feels like the teacher who's showing like his favorite kid in the class versus, hey, here's someone who's really valuable. And I didn't realize that made me that uncomfortable until yesterday.
Interesting.
Yeah. It happened in front of a room full of people. And I was like, ugh, this feels really icky. And it was met with so much love.
But I feel like a lot of our job has to do with networking, connecting out with other people in the community, other business professionals.
Yeah.
And it's something that I do a lot when I'm trying to connect and introduce people together, is to not only introduce them by name, but to say something kind about them that they're good at. Like, oh, this is Jenny.
Oh,
She's
so good at
a
that.
fantastic loan officer. She really cares genuinely about people
Yeah.
and helping them find their home. This is so-and-so. But you just made me take pause and wonder like, oh, I wonder if I'm making people feel uncomfortable by, that's kind of praising them in public a little bit.
Well, no, because I think that's a little different because that's an identification. That's an identification praise. Like, hey, this is who they are. They're really great at that. It doesn't go on and on and on and on and on. It's not like a continual thing. This yesterday was like a continual thing. Like throughout this whole hour worth of time, it was like said about 15 or 20 times. And so it just made me really uncomfortable. But as a girl's girl, I think the other thing that we can do is do a really good job of recognizing when someone's out of their own character and not beating them up when they've stepped out of their own character. Like taking a second to be like, okay, that wasn't about me. Because sometimes, like, when we have a thing and I know that you're feeling a certain way, I can tell when it's not about me. I can tell when it's about somebody else and I'm just I'm catching it. And that's okay. Because I can recognize that. But that's important because then you don't internalize everything. It's, oh my God, they hate me. They don't like me. Like there's so many women out here who walk around thinking everybody hates them. Nobody likes them. Everybody's judging them. Every time somebody looks in their direction, they're thinking about them. Like, no, sometimes they're just existing and not perfectly, because like you said, we're all human.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And I think a lot of that comes with experience and learning to read a room, learning to read the body language of another person that you're sitting across from. And you and I both came up in sales. And so that was a skill that we spent a lot of effort and time in mastering. And sometimes you just have to, like for today, for an example, I was leading a networking meeting and I had a whole agenda planned. But when we went around in our icebreaker, it just delved into this really deep conversation and discussion among the women there. And it ended up that we just were like, you know what? Not the time or place. Throw the agenda to the side. Let's just continue this conversation. And at the end, we all, I was like, you know what? I feel like we all need a really big group hug right now. Do you guys feel the same? And they're like, yeah. And it was amazing. And we all like had this long, but it was like 2 or 3 minutes and everybody just needed it. And we breathed and it was amazing. And it was just what the moment called for. But that was the emotional intelligence to be able to ascertain that that's what the room needed at the time. And I think that comes with experience. Like I wouldn't have been able to do that 20 or 30 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it also comes with being willing to be vulnerable like that. I mean, that's a pretty big deal to have, as many women that were in that room feel okay and comfortable doing that. But yeah, EQ is a huge thing. And I have noticed today that if we did an EQ test across the nation, it's low.
Yeah.
The EQ scores would be really, really low. Emotional intelligence is down in a big way.
Well, I think it's interesting. People seem to be, from my perspective, more tapped into their personal EQ, but paying attention and reading the room around them, their external EQ is what I would say is really down. Like everyone's on this main character energy and it's all about themselves.
Oh, the narcissism is strong.
Right? Mm-hmm. They're not turning the lens onto other people around them.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Like the narcissism is so strong that it's like it's a me versus you almost everywhere mentality, which is so strange to me. I didn't grow up that way. I wasn't taught to be that way. And sometimes my daughter's like, you got to be a little bit more savage. And I'm like, I don't want to be harder.
Oh.
I don't want to be jaded. I want to be somebody who can still be soft. But I'm not going to lie. It's hard.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're someone who tries so hard to be a girl's girl all the time.
Yeah.
And don't feel the reciprocation of that in so many different instances. That is tough.
Well, we talk the talk, so we have to walk the walk. We have to try to lead it. That doesn't mean we're perfect at it, though.
Oh, dear heavens,
because we are human. We're going to mess up and we're going to have bad days every now and then, right? But for the most part, as a rule, we try to lead by example in this world. We try to lift other women up. We try to set the tone, the energy in every room that we walk in.
Yeah, I agree. I've always said I like being, and I try to tell people this as much as I can. I want to be the face that when you walk into a room, you have a person, even if you don't know me.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, that's my safe place. That's my person.
Like I'll make it weird so you don't have to feel weird.
Make eye contact and smile like, come over. It's okay.
Are you the kind of person who constantly waves at people who aren't waving at you?
Oh, all the time, for sure. Well, because when you walk in a room, if someone's by themselves and they're uncomfortable, you can tell, right?
Oh, no, that's not what I mean.
That's the person I'm going to walk straight up to and be like, hi, are you a hugger?
Oh, no, definitely that. But that's not what I mean. I mean, like out in the world when people are like, they're walking through a crowd and somebody's like, oh my God, hey. And hand goes up and the eyes are all bright. And I'm like, oh my God, hey.
Yeah,
and they're
100%.
totally not for me. About 99% of my life is people not for me. But I'm like, hey. And then I do like the weird stretch thing. So it looked like I was intentionally putting my arms up.
So no, I'm the one that like totally smiles and waves at the red light at the car next to me. Like, absolutely. I'm trying to spread joy and sunshine everywhere I go.
No, but that's not what I mean. I mean, not when you're trying to intentionally, like you just think somebody's talking to you and they're totally not talking to you. And are you the weirdo who's like, oh my God, hey, yeah. Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay, cool. Oh, that's
just you.
Just me. Okay.
That's just you.
That happens an awful lot in my life. So many times.
Main character energy. You think everyone's talking to you.
No, it's really not that. I'm just like, when you see somebody and people look directly at you, or at least it seems like they're looking directly at you, I never want someone to think that I've forgotten who they are.
Yeah.
So when they start waving and smiling, I'm in it. I'm like, okay, you're committed. I'm committed. Let's go. And then I'm like, oh shit, you're not talking to me.
Right.
Yeah. So that was what was on my mind today, was girl energy and like how to do it well.
Okay, I'm really glad that you took it to a smart place, because I'm going to tell you the first thing that came to my mind when you talked about that show, The Hunting Wives.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Oh my God, how freaking hot is is it Malin Ackerman? Is it
Malin? I think it's Malin.
However you say it, she is freaking gorgeous.
She's stunning. Okay, so let me just say something about this show. If you are not a person who likes spicy shows with a lot of controversial topics, this is not for you. It's not R-rated. This is TVMA for mature is the rating on it. It's not R-rated. It's like beyond. And there's no cursing, or at least very little cursing.
There's a lot of sex. There's a lot of nudity.
So much sex.
Guns, like
orgies.
Like there's so hookers. Like there's a lot.
Drugs.
Yes.
There's a naked man with his penis hanging out of a trailer door. Like it's all very exciting.
Good for you, sir.
And good for him, right? Did you have to rewind that a couple times to be
I didn't, but...
Oh, just me?
Just you.
Look, sometimes I'm looking and I'm like, oh, huh. And I'm thinking like, is that a prosthetic? Did you know they'll do that?
I didn't know they did that.
What, for movies and TV?
Yeah.
Oh, they do prosthetics all the time. That's why in the show Sex Life with...
it fell to the floor. It was like the silly buddy.
When it rolled out. That's why he kept telling everybody that it was a prosthetic, but there's no way that was a prosthetic. No way.
Jenny's hopeful thinking.
So, well, no, but good for his girlfriend, Sarah, what's her face? I don't remember her name. But yeah, Hunting Wives is wild. And I am praying for a season 2.
I think they already announced it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, well, I didn't see that. But
it is. Long story short, like, hello, this may be my first serious girl crush.
Oh, she's beautiful. And she's always beautiful because every role that I've loved her in has been some sort of powerhouse role. Like she was one of my favorite characters in the show Billions.
Yes.
And because I'm a finance nut and a business nut, an entrepreneur, mindset, motivation, all that stuff, Billions just rocked my socks off.
I love that show.
The later seasons were a little like, they were a little iffy, but at first it was phenomenal. Yes. And so she brought that same energy to this character.
It's a very similar role for her. Yeah.
And you know who else was like a real surprise was Brittany Snow.
Right?
She was phenomenal.
Agreed.
And she's gorgeous.
Yes.
Boy, did Tyler, her ex-husband, fumble that ball. Yeah. Did you see her boobs? She had the most beautiful boobs I've ever seen. Her and Malin Ackerman both.
They both had great pair.
How do we get those?
I don't know.
Sculpt
Dr.
those?
Call.
Ladies, besties, if you have a friend who can help a friend, because they were gorgeous.
I'm just saying, I agree with you.
I mean, is that weird to be looking at women and be like, man, you got a good set? I don't think so, right?
I mean, I think women are gorgeous and they're what paintings are made of for centuries for a reason.
I do, but I also think there's a reason that God didn't make mine look like that, because I'd be in the mirror all the time just looking at myself. I mean, they were so pretty.
Oh my God. I don't know, but Dr. Cozart could help you, perhaps. Who? Dr. Cozart.
I don't know who that is, but can we get him on the show?
In the plastic surgery. Sure. Let's do it.
Will he get us a free, a double if we do a twofer, if we do a shout out every podcast?
I don't know.
Let's call him. Let's call him and ask.
All right. Pause, please. I'm going to call him right now.
Let's do it.
You want me to call him?
Yeah. Be like, hey, we have a podcast with 600, 700 listeners. If we prop you on every show for the next 2 years, can we get a set?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh my Lord. Could you imagine? What would I do if they didn't rest on my legs anymore?
Do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Maybe, but you'll never know.
I feel like we've sang that song before. I'm having a deja vu moment.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Because we talk about some of these same things in different iterations.
Well, you know what? Sometimes we're really smart. Sometimes we're not.
Well, look, this week it's a
wonder. We like what we like.
It's a wonder that my head is on straight this week, honestly.
Yes.
It's been a crazy week.
Because of the freaking heat makes me dumb.
Well, no, I've been getting to bed super late, taking care of Jay, trying to get Sophie's stuff done.
What happened to the early bedtime? The whole, like, last time you had the whole
no,
Bible
I do.
schedule.
I am. I'm really proud of myself. I've been doing my Bible study every single night. Like, it's been going really, really good. But for whatever reason, I mean, Jay's in pain, so I have to get up in the middle of the night and help him. It's not that I'm staying up late. It's that I'm having to get up in the middle of the night post-surgery.
Yes.
Help him do some things. And then Sophie wakes up in the middle of the night a lot. So it's just that. But work's also been really crazy. So, life is good.
That's
just a little cray-cray.
That's okay. Work is crazy equals money is good.
Monet. It does. Okay, so any final thoughts for the besties? I feel like this was a pretty good one, yeah?
I have no idea. Was it okay?
I think
I don't
so.
know. We're not getting any feedback. Y'all, I feel like we're talking to a wall here.
Mike, do not put that in the episode. Then we're going to sound sad and desperate. We need to make them think
Maybe
all
I
the
feel
people.
sad and desperate today.
We need to have our listeners thinking that all the people are commenting.
You guys are sending us so much fan mail that we can't keep up with it. So if it's really good, could you use a 5-star rating system in the subject line?
There we go. I like that. Okay.
So
Give
if
us
you
a
have
review.
something, so we can read all the 5 stars first. We can sort the email.
I just said review instead of review.
I thought you were just being français, fancy.
Sure, I intentionally said review.
I think you did.
Okay, there we go. All right. Well,
Veuve
besties.
Clicquot. Is that how you say?
I do like that. The champagne.
Yes,
It's very
champs.
Champs. I do love the champs. All right, ladies, you are amazing as always. We couldn't do it without you. We hope you're having the most phenomenal week.
Yeah, you're all right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, ladies. We hope you enjoyed another episode of Do It Ugly. A little spice, a little nice, and a lot of fun.
Here we go. All right. Love you, babes.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Hype Squad. Did you know you can now listen on your Amazon device? Just say, Alexa, play the Do It Ugly podcast.
Playing Do It Ugly from Amazon Music.